I don't know if anybody can understand me. I don't even know if this message will get out on YouTube. We've suffered something in America. It's unbelievable what just happened here. In the past 3 days, the United States was attacked by nuclear weapons. And I can't believe that there's just nothing left. I was lucky enough, I found a gas mask at one of these Army surplus stores before everything happened, and I'm just lucky that I even have the chance to talk. This is an older type of analog camera I used to own, and for some reason I was able to get a battery for it, and I wanted the chance to put down my own impressions of what life has been like since the bomb went off. It's horrible. We can't breathe without either having a gas mask, if you're lucky enough to have gotten one, or you have to be able to take days or weeks to it's impossible to speak. You know, we never thought it would happen. Radiation levels outside, according to the government, they're saying we can't go outside. We can't expect help from the government. They've told us on the radio that if you have anything in your house, food, water, conserve it, because there's not going to be any more. They've said that every major city in America was destroyed by these nuclear bombs, and they're not telling us anything of who started it. Was it Iran? Was it Russia? Was it China? We don't know. Nobody's talking. I know the president, the vice president, everybody is underground. They're in their bunkers, and as Americans, we're stuck out in this radioactive waste. We're all dying of radiation sickness. We don't know day to day if we're going to have anything to drink or food, because it's all contaminated by the radiation outside. Any sleep that I get is just, I'm lucky enough to even wake up each morning and know that I haven't breathed in a lethal dose of radiation because of this mask, but it can't protect me forever. Some of my neighbors who survived, they want provisions, they want anything that I've got, and I have to tell them I'm sorry, but it's a dog-eat-dog world now. We have to do whatever we have to survive, because nobody else is going to care about you. You have to care about yourself now. I don't think anybody will ever see this message I'm making today. The electromagnetic pulse of the nuclear bombs, they've destroyed everything. They've destroyed the TV sets, all the electronics. I'm just happy I have something that I can put down, and maybe someday we'll be able to come back from this, but I don't think anybody I don't think anybody's going to survive. It's just unbelievable nightmare that exists outside right now is just, it's unimaginable. I can't describe what it looks like. It's total rubble. There's radioactive ash falling. You almost think that maybe there was a volcano that exploded, or maybe it's snowing outside. It's hard sometimes to breathe. All this radioactive stuff in the air, it's every breath you take, you know that your day is shortened because of what's happened. I live near Atlanta, and when the bomb went off, it just totally wiped out the entire city. Skyline is just smoldering dust in the air. There's nothing left of it, and we've gotten secondary fires here in this part of the state from the bomb. And looking south, there were 2 other explosions that I saw down towards Columbus, down towards I think possibly Savannah might have gotten hit too. Of course, that's quite a long distance, but these bombs they're using are just unreal how destructive they are. It had to have been Russia that did this. It could not have been the United States attacking first. It had to be a preemptive first strike by possibly the Chinese and the Russians together doing this. And I can't describe to you the nightmare that has just taken over our thoughts, our minds. All of us, even in my neighborhood who survived, are just wondering, what do we do next? How do we protect ourselves from radiation when we don't have even the simplest things? Water, food, nothing. We don't have anything. And I can't describe the hopelessness that we all feel about what's happened here in America. And the government is telling everybody, you're on your own. There's nothing they will do for us. They can't hope to tell us anything of what we'll be trying to accomplish next in our tasks. I have a military type of fatigue under my mask that helps to protect me from radiation. It was sort of like a radiation suit. It gives me a lot more protection from radiation than just wearing this mask, and it helps a lot more than you think, because without radiation protection, you've got a full lethal dose right now. The people who come to my door, I have to use my gun and tell them I'm sorry, but you can't come in. There's not much of my house left. Everything, the roof is gone. I've got severe destruction from my bedrooms, the kitchen, everything The walls are still standing, but not enough to say that it protects you from radiation. The government has said, get cover over yourself, make an inner refuge of some kind out of the doors on your bathroom. Conceal this area with mattresses, thick material, clothing. Pack it over this inner refuge and stay in it. They're saying the radiation that's falling, it's contaminating everything. The food I have is mostly canned beans and canned vegetables. They tell you to eat things that's sealed. You can't eat bread, you can't use milk or really anything perishable because it's all been contaminated by the radiation. I can't tell any of you there's hope for tomorrow. There isn't. There is no hope. They've destroyed America. They've destroyed everything that we knew. And now all we can do is pray. The United States was once the greatest nation on earth. It was a free country. It was the last hope for people who were seeking asylum or seeking an escape from persecution, everything. And now there's nothing left. It's gone. There is no America anymore. Just sit here day by day and try to occupy our time or listen to whatever we can get from Civil Defense, the FEMA, Homeland Security. The broadcasts don't come all the time. The station just usually gives some information and then they shut down their stations until 8 or 9 hours later, and what can one do except try to pass the time, do something, read a book. There's no cell phones, there's no television, there's nothing anymore. It gets hard sometimes to think about the way it used to be in America, because now there's nothing left. America's gone. We haven't heard anything about any of the other nations of the world. England, Australia. Did Russia get hit? Did any of our missiles get out of the ground before they launched this attack on America? We don't know. Nobody knows what happened. The government won't tell us anything. It's just beyond words to say what all of this is about. How did it start? But does it matter? Because eventually we're all going to be dead. Radiation will knock out some, and over long term it'll kill everybody. I'm one of the lucky few to have this mask to protect myself. But